Hello, welcome to Spring Everyday. So in this video, I would like to show you how to move a Bean Spring Cloud function into a dedicated class. So if you look at this class, this demo application, this is the main class of our Spring project. And we have already created 1, 2, 3, 4 Bean as Spring Cloud functions. So some of them are just one line, for example. So it's nice to put it here, but this one takes quite a amount of lines. So it is time to move this function into a dedicated class. And how we do that? So let me show you. So first, you're gonna create a folder, but in Java it's a package called functions, and this functions is a default name for the Spring to look for the cloud functions. So once you have this package, then you create a class and you name it age. You want to use the same name, .java. And for this age class, you want to implement the function. And for this function, of course, you take a string in and return the integer. And for this one, you implement function, then you have to override the apply function, and this function would return an integer and take a string as input. You can give it any name. Okay, then you can return, for example, just say 0. Okay, and that is a class of a dedicated class for the cloud function. But for now, we have an age, and we also have a age here, so it's a conflict. So let's rename it h1 and save. So now if you test the age, which gonna give you 0 instead of 44, so let's test it. Okay, it's not fun. That's a good thing. So let's say we don't have age anymore. So if you take h1, it will still give you 44. Okay, so now h1 is this one, but this age is not in use yet. So okay, so let's make that age is known to the requester. So here's what you can do. You can copy this line into here. So basically tell him the package we want to go is functions. Okay, and Spring would restart automatically, and then we got an age. Then we test. Let's see, we test. Then we test the age. Yeah, we got the 0. And if you change the number from 0 to 10, let's see, I'm 10 years old now, and you would come and would get a 10 instead of 0. So this is the function. Now we need to copy the code into this method. So the code you don't need that bracket anymore, and you just need this. So copy, and okay, so let's format it. And of course we also need to copy the logger here. No, not this one. And we probably want to give it a different name because that's not a main class anymore. Let's call it age API. Okay, so now let's check if we got problems. Okay, logger we have to import. So this is the logger, and we have to import the REST template, and that's the REST template. And we have to import a person, and that's the person. Okay, so we still need the level. We import the level, and then the complaint about the person can be now. So this is something like if we move the method from a being out and to a data class, we lost the benefit of the being. So this person of course can be now, and you are putting a now get age, of course it will be issue. So here's how we solve this issue. Okay, so we don't want to person not equal to now, then we give them person get age. Otherwise, let's give him a default age. Let's see, 0 or -1, which means we don't get anything. Okay, so now this one, the error here was gone, and we should be able to run it. Okay, so let's test it and see if we give Spring Everyday still should come up back as 44 as what we saw yet before. Okay, so we got 44. So if we test with LeBron James, and we got 28. So if we test with Steve Nash, and we got 70. So and you got this age function working in a dedicated class. So this dedicated class will hold much more code and much more cleaner. Now it's time to remove the h1, okay, from this main class. So let's remove it. And of course there are a lot of imports. We don't need to use it anymore. So let's do that and remove them. Okay, now it's clean now. And if you this time you test h1, you would not be there anymore. So they'll tell you 4 not found, it's not there anymore. So h1 is gone, and that means we have moved this being styled cloud function into a data class, which is here. And we have done our job, and it's pretty easy. You should give it a try and let me know your good news. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.